do a quick warm up with no equipment, maybe let's do a warrior warm up with no equipment, and then we'll start incorporating. I'm gonna try to work through maybe 10-15 minutes of each uh prop. So I'll warm up with nothing, then I'm gonna do the ball for about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, then maybe the light weights, and then finish up with the band. So that's my general plan to begin with. So I'm going to start off just with the basic position, feet in parallel, arms down at the side, and then just start by breathing, focusing on our breath, taking a nice deep breath. As you do that, we're going to bend the elbows and direct our breath to the elbows, and then exhale, and then push back behind the hips in airplane arms. So again, inhale here into the elbows, and then exhale here, pushing back behind you. Again, I just want to remind you today to leave anything out that causes you pain or strain and go to your own challenge level, whatever that might be today. Again, everything is optional in this class, so feel free to do the whole class with no equipment. Just going through the range of motion that we're doing is going to benefit you. Okay, so again, we're gonna do one more of these. Inhale here, exhale here. Then we're gonna keep the arms long and then bring the hands up to the shoulder height and then bring them back behind the hips. I'm gonna add in a forward fold on this one. So I'm just gonna forward fold as I bring my arms back and then come upright, bring the arms forward. Okay, so we'll do a couple more of those, keeping the back straight. Again, with the breath, again, remember just keep breathing either in or out throughout the workout. Avoid holding your breath. If you get lost on the stuff that I'm cueing, just ignore me and just focus on breathing either in or out at all times without holding the breath. So we're going to do one more of these. And then I'm going to stay upright and then just press out to the side and then back to the center. Okay. So we're going to turn this into a warrior workout, a warrior warm up. So I'm going to bring one thigh out to the side and then bring it back into center and then the other side. So following it with my gaze now, I'm going to look over to that side, back to center, and then look over to the other side. Okay. So let's do a countdown and hold here. 3 more of these, 2 more of these. And then I'm going to hold it on this side. And then we'll go into some warrior pulses. So we're hinging from the hips. Option now to add in your prayer hands and then take it out. Okay. Again, lifting and lowering that heel on the side. And then we'll go into a countdown. And then maybe let's go into a reverse warrior after this one. So we'll go 3 more of these. 2 more of these. I'm going to hold the pose a little longer for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we'll bring the hand onto the chair, the other hand around to the shoulder or overhead, and then soften that supporting arm and take a nice deep breath in as you look down on that side. And then exhale back into your warrior 2 pose, and we'll come back to center and we'll go out in and out 3 times. Let's do 2 more of these. And then we'll hold it on the other side and we'll do some more warrior pulses from the hips. Okay. Yeah. Adding in again the arms, the prayer and extension. Okay. And then we'll add in the heels. Couple more of those. Last one right here, and then we'll hold the pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, supporting yourself on with one arm, bring the other hand around the chest or overhead, soften that supporting arm, and then just take a nice deep breath. Exhale yourself back up into that warrior 2 position, and let's come back to center. Okay, So this time we're gonna be coming up into a standing position into airplane. So I'm gonna take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come upright and then bring the hands behind the hips and then come back down. So inhale to prepare. Use your exhale to lift. Inhale here and then exhale to lower. So option on the next one to add spinal extension, arching the back here, and then come back to neutral as you come back down. So we'll do a couple more of those. Breathe here and blow. One more time. All right, now I'm going to change it up just a little and I'm going to do the same thing but in lateral rotation. So take a deep breath in, exhale coming up, and then press behind the hips. So you might notice that it's a little more tricky on the balance with that change in the stance. So coming up. All right, last one right here. Okay, now I'm going to work from this position. I'm going to start with my heels together, toes apart. Take a deep breath in. This time on the exhale, I'm going to lunge out to warrior out to the one side. So I'm going to lunge out, take a deep breath there, and then exhale back to center. Inhale again, and then I'm exhaling back to the other side, and then take a deep breath. All right. Okay, we're going to do it again, and then we'll hold it on that side and then go into those warrior pulses again. All right. So I think I'm going to do a little bit differently on this one. I'm going to lift the back heel and then bring it down. Okay. Yeah. We'll call this the flying warrior. And let's do option here to come off that back foot. All right. So we're going to do 3 more of these. 2 more of these, and then hold the pose either here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll come back to center and then we'll go side to side 3 times. Breathe and back. Other side. All right, we'll hold it on the other side now. Again, we're gonna again go into those warrior pulses. Again, adding that back heel lift. So we're coming up off that back heel. And then again, option to come off that back foot to flying warrior. All right, let's do 3 more of these. 2 more of these. Again, hold it here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to come back to center. Start position, and then we're going to go to one side then the other, but we're going to go right into that flying warrior. So take a deep breath in, exhale, and take it out, come back. Okay, so again, you can keep that back foot on the floor, but we're just lunging out one side then the other. Okay, so again, try coming off that foot back to center. Couple more. Last set coming up. Last side right here. And then come back to center. All right. Okay. That was our warm up. Was a good one. I think I really liked the flow of that one. Let's go back to the chair now. Grab your ball. So I think I'm going to start with the ball in the sacrum area behind, and we'll just focus on our spinal articulation for a little bit here. So I'm going to just work with the hands on the thighs, find the neutral spine with the curve in the lower back. Okay. And then just take a deep breath there. As you exhale, we're going to press the sacrum and the lower back into the ball and then pull the tummy in, take a deep breath. And then exhale, come upright and arch your back again. Okay. So it's a little bit of a cat cow thing, taking a deep breath here. Exhale back up. Okay. Couple more of those. Breathe and blow. One more time right here. All right, now we're going to start to add on. I'm going to take it into a little bit of a boat pose. So I'm going to be putting my hands at the side here. I'm going to do that same thing we just did. Imprint the lower back into the ball, then lift one leg into boat pose. Take a deep breath and then bring it down. It's actually tabletop leg. So inhale, exhale, lift your other leg up into tabletop. Okay. So with the idea that this is your table, take a deep breath in, exhale, and back up. Okay. So again, I'm using that ball for a little support on my sacrum area, but I'm pressing that lower back into it. And let's come up. Okay. So if you got that, and you're feeling good with that, I'm going to add in an opposite arm. So you're going to lift one leg, bring the other arm out in front. Take a deep breath, exhale back upright. Again, you're rounding the back. Hold it there, pull the belly in, deep breath, exhale, and then straightening the back. Okay, so we'll do a couple more like that. All right, again. All right, if you're up for it, lift both arms up into offering, take a deep breath, exhale back. So again, I'm lifting and lowering the arms. Option here to leave the arms up, take a deep breath in, and then come upright. Okay, so leave the arms up, but just focus on articulating the spine from neutral into that flexion. Okay, couple more of those. We're gonna make this last one the last one. All right. Okay, now this time I'm gonna be doing the same thing, but I'm gonna keep my feet on the floor, but just gonna lift the heels up round my back. Take a deep breath, then lower the heels, go into neutral. Okay, so again, we're just going tippy toe here. Again, if you're ready, we're gonna lift one leg. So tippy toe, then lift one leg. Then come back to tippy toe, back upright. Again, tippy toe, then lift one leg. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do that one more time each side. Last one right here. And then coming upright. Very good. Okay. So I'm going to bring that ball into the front now. And we're going to just start again with just the lifting and lowering of the arms. Squeeze the ball and then release it. Squeeze and release. So the ball is between the thighs. Okay. Couple more of those. All right, now we're going to add in a spine twist. So we'll start with here with the deep breath. Then as you exhale, squeeze the ball and pulse, rotating and pulsing for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, then release the ball, bring the arms down. Exhale and lift, and then pulse for 3, 2, 1. Again, breathe and release. So again, as you're pulsing, growing taller, 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 back to center and release. Again, other side, taller, 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 back to center. Okay, gonna do that one more time, each side. 3, 2, 1, back to center. Other side, again. 3, 2, 1, back to center, and we'll hold it there. Okay, let's do some circles now. So I'm gonna stabilize with the one leg. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this leg nice and still. Then the other leg is gonna extend, and then doing a circle from the hip. Okay. All right. And let's keep it going. I'm supporting myself with my hands under the hips, but my back is straight. So I'm not rounding or arching. Back is just neutral. So let's do 3 more of these. 2 more, reverse. Okay. Feeling that. 3 more, 2 more, last one. Okay, so we're going to just come up, take a little break, take a deep breath in. Now I'm going back to that same position with the other leg extended. Again, circling towards center. And let's keep it going for 4, 3, 2, reverse, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll stop there. Okay, we're going to go now into the moving chair. So I'm going to fold forward, lift my arms. Okay. So if your shoulders are complaining, don't lift your arms as far. Okay. Or another option is to go to prayer and then come back. Okay. So that's a good option if your shoulders are complaining today. Okay. So we're going to start to lift out of the chair. Take a deep breath. Exhale, float back down. Inhale again. Exhale to lift. Inhale to stay. Exhale to lower. Okay, we're gonna one more time. We're gonna hold that chair pose a little longer for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's come back down. Very good. Okay, let's grab our ball now. This time, we're gonna start by bringing the ball out to the side, squeeze it in the center, other side. All right. So we're adding on thigh to the opposite side. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a countdown and then we'll do some work for the obliques on the hold. So here we go. 3 more of these, 2 more of these, then hold it here. So I'm going to support myself with the hand on that thigh. Okay. And then I'm gonna take the ball up overhead to begin with. Okay, take a deep breath there. As you exhale, go back onto the forearm and take the ball. Follow the head with the ball. Okay, holding it there. Take a deep breath in. Okay, now as you exhale, pull the belly in, pelvic floor up, and then float that hand up to the ball and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come straight upright and back to center. Okay. So again, we're going to carry on. Same thing. 3, 2, and then holding it on the other side now. So we're going to do the same thing there. Again, take that ball overhead, going down onto the forearm. Okay, take a nice deep breath in, bringing the ball overhead, hold it there. As you exhale, bring that bottom arm up and hold the ball there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back upright and back to center. Okay, so we're going to start to send the ball out in front, squeeze it there, and then release it as you bring it in. So we're just going to squeeze it out there. Okay, and then we're going to add on going to one arm up, one arm down. Okay, so the opposite leg now. So when that one arm is up, we're going to take the other leg out. Okay, so try to do opposite. If you're doing the same side, no big deal. But if you're trying to track me, I'm going opposite side. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to add a little bit of a lean back, but not quite to the chair. So I'm leaning back and then squeezing the ball. All right. Now I'm going to do a countdown and hold, and then we're going to do a rotation. So 3, 2, then hold it there. Now take your top hand and then rotate it back behind you. Take a deep breath. Exhale that hand back to the ball, and then we'll switch sides 3 times. 2 more. Holding it there. Again, take that top hand back, down and back, and then bring it forward. Okay. We're doing 2 more like that. So 3, 2, again, hold, bring that hand back and down, and then bring it back. And then we'll switch sides one more time. 3, 2, hold it there. Take that top hand back and forward and down. Okay, now this time we're gonna keep going. Same thing, we're gonna send one arm out. One arm up, one arm down, but I'm gonna add in forward fold. Okay. Now lifting out of the chair, coming back down. Again, back is neutral. All right, one more time like that on each side. Okay. All right, now I'm coming up to a full stand on the next one. So straight up and then into a squat. Straight up and into a squat. All right, so we're going to add a little balance challenge here. When you've got one arm up, you're going to tap out to the opposite side. Come back down, other side. Squeeze and tap. Squeeze and tap. All right, so keep it going. Option here to lift that foot off the floor. Do a side kick instead. All right, count down and hold. 3, whoops, 2, last one, hold it here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it again. 3, 2, hold it here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms out in front now. We'll take that ball side to side again. Okay. We're going to a half jack opposite way. So when the ball goes one way, you go the other way. Okay. Yeah. It's turning into quite the coordination challenge set here. So if you're lost, don't worry about it. Just do the best you can. All right, we're doing a countdown, hold, and then we'll do a side angle. So I'm going to get the footing set up here. So laterally rotate your foot side to side. Okay, here we go. 3 more, 2 more. Hold it there. Okay, so it was a perfect spot for our side angle. Again, we're gonna bring that hand to the thigh. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing we did when we were in the chair. So again, option to come down on the forearm and bring the ball overhead. Okay, take a deep breath, then bring that hand up to the ball if you're up for that. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming upright, back to center. Okay, so again, we'll start with the arms extended. We're going to go side to side 3 times. 2 more. Okay, hold it on that other side. Again, we're going to side angle. Again, lifting that ball. Again, option to go to the forearm, bring the ball overhead. Okay, again, take a deep breath. Exhale that one hand up and hold that ball there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming upright and then back to center. Very good. Okay, we'll do a little more balance challenge here. So I'm going to start with the thigh bumps on the ball. Okay. And then we'll do a countdown and hold. 3, 2, hold here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. 3, 2, hold it here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're adding a lift into the mix. So same thing, but lift and lower the ball. 3 more, 2 more. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it again. 3, 2. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. I think we're going to stop with that and then we'll get rid of our ball. But let's grab our lightweights. All right. Okay, so we'll start off just holding the weights, palms inwards, and we'll just start off again, finding our good posture, breathing into the elbows behind you, and then exhaling. Okay, so I'm going to turn this into the flasher. So we'll inhale to open, exhale to close. Okay, so I'm starting off neutral spine, engaging my core by pulling my belly in, my ribs in. Okay, and then I'm going to add in spinal extension. So arch the back, then come back to neutral. Arch the back, come back to neutral. One more time. Okay, now we're going to kind of go into that cat again. So I'm going to push forward and round the back and then breathe in again. Exhale, inhale. Okay, so you can always have that option to go into spinal extension, arching the back if that feels good for you, or stay in neutral if it doesn't. Okay, so we'll do one more just like that and then come upright. So I'm going to just start off with just lifting and lowering one side. Now you'll notice that if you're not engaging your core, you're going to end up swaying back and forth. So I want you to try to limit that sway. Okay. And then I'm going to keep doing the same thing and bring the arms out in front. Very good. And then bring them back. All right. So you'll notice how that challenge gets a little more the longer your arms get. Okay. Now we'll keep it out there and bring the arms out to the sides. Again, that effect, try to limit that jiggle or sway. Okay. And bringing the hands out to the side now, even behind the hips. Okay. And then bring them back into the front. I'm always amazed at this one. Okay, so bringing it back into the front. Very good. Okay, this time I'm going to bend one elbow, then the other. So I'm bringing it overhead. This is almost like you're tossing something back behind you. Okay, if you're ready, speed it up. The higher you hold those elbows, the more you're working the shoulders. If your shoulders are getting tired, then just bring the arms down. In fact, we can do that for a little bit of a break here. Okay, breast bending, then bring it back up to the shoulder height. Try not to shrug. So if you think you're doing this, you might be using too much weight, but you might just be disengaged with your shoulders. So draw the shoulders down, lengthen the neck. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's bring it back down to the hips with the elbows. Set. Good. Okay, then we'll just start right here. Take a deep breath in and draw the shoulders up gently. Exhale them back to neutral. We'll do a couple more of those. This is a great one to relieve the tension if you start to get tension. All right, then start neutral. Take a deep breath. Exhale, slide the shoulders down. Then inhale, bring them back to neutral. Again. All right, we're doing one more depression, then full range. So inhale, lift, exhale to lower. Okay, couple more of those. Last one right here. Okay, now we're going to take again, we'll bring the arms up and down. Okay, just straight up and down. We'll add the thigh to the side, one side, then the other. Okay. Keep it going, a couple more. Now I'm going to do a countdown and we'll do a little bit of a star, sitting star. So 3 more of these, 2 more of these, then hold it here. So I'm going to just lengthen that leg for a good offset. Okay. And then I'm going to take one weight up, one weight down and hold it there. And I'm really feeling the oblique, especially on this side, they're kicking in. So holding it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming upright. And then we'll come back to center. Okay. So we'll do that same thing side to side 3 times. 2 more. And then we'll hold it on the other side. So again, going from upright to a tilt and then hold that pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming upright, and then we'll just take a break there. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to lift the weights over the hips and then under the hips. over, and under. Okay. All right, now I'm going to add in a stand up as I lengthen the arms. I'm bringing the weights down and then up over the hips. Okay, so careful as you return to the chair. Breathe here and blow here. Okay, a couple more of those. And then we're going to hold it at the top. All right. All right. So we're going to go back to we're just going to keep going with this. Okay. And then we'll add in the toe tap. So I'm going to tap out to one side, come back, then tap out to the other side. All right. Option here to squat, then come up. Squat, come up. Okay. So option also here to do a side kick instead of a tap. So whatever level you want to work at, we're going to count down and hold now. So 3, 2, then hold it here or here. Take a deep breath. Bye, Jill. Have a great day. And then we're going to extend the arms and hold that star position for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back upright. Again, we're going to squat, come up, and then extend, bend, squat. I think I changed it a bit, but anyway, I like this version here. Up, extend, bend, squat, come up. Oh no, I lost my earbud now. Oh, let me grab that. Sorry about that. For some reason, this earbud doesn't fit quite as well as the other one. All right, so again, we're gonna squat down, come up. We'll do 3 of these. Squat, come up. 2 more. Last one coming up. Again, we're going to go into that full star and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming upright, back to center and release. Okay. Excuse me. All right, now we're going to do one that let's start this one in the sitting position again. So we'll focus on the arms first. We're going to start off by just bringing the arms in and out. Okay, so I'm going palms down, then palms up. Okay, palms down, palms up. Maybe even cross center, one side over, and then the other. Okay, try not to shrug. Again, if you can't control your shoulders, then you might be working with too much weight. All right, so a couple more. All right, last set. And then we're going to hold it here and just do a crisscross down low to the thighs and then take it up. Okay, back down. All right, then back to the shoulder height. This time we're going to start with the weights in front, then pull back the weights just in front of the shoulders and then take it out. So pulling back, okay, keeping the weights up at that shoulder height. All right. Okay, couple more of those. Again, try not to shrug. All right. All right. Now, this time I'm going to bend one elbow. This is like a bow and arrow. The other arm goes to the side. Straight arms out in front. Then other side, bend one elbow. Bow and arrow to one side. Back to center. Bow and arrow to the other side. Okay. So try that a couple more times. Again, try not to shrug. Breathe in the center. Blow as the arms go out. Okay. A couple more. Last one right here, back to center and release. Okay, we're going to start another one. We're going to progress into the standing position. We'll start sitting upright. Take a deep breath. We're going to extend the arms, tricep extension, and then bring it back. Okay. Adding on forward fold with that tricep extension. Okay. All right. All right. Couple more of those. If you're ready, let's lift out of the chair and then come back down. Breathe here, blow to lift. All right. Couple more of those. Last one like that. Coming up all the way now. All the way. And then I'm going to squat and then come back upright. Okay. So I'm going to add on to this one, I'm going to add in a lunge forward. Okay. And then bring it back. And then a lunge forward, bring it back. Okay. So again, I'm returning to a full stand. Okay. Option to come down and then lunge forward. So squat and then come up. Squat and up. Okay, so let's do a couple more of these. Last one, actually, we'll do one more and then we'll hold on the other side. Okay, and then hold it here. Okay, so I'm going to work here. So for a little more stability, I'm going to laterally rotate my back leg. Front leg is bent. Okay, so we're working here. And I'm just going to start off really easy, just doing a little side bend on one side, a little side bend to the other side. Again, this is working. You can even maybe bend the knee as you do that side bend, extend as you come out of it. Okay. So a couple more of these. If you're ready, we're going to add on. So we're going to go the other arm up and down, and then other side. Okay. So this is kind of complicated, I know. If it's too much, just leave that other upper arm out. Couple more. Last set coming up. And then last side right here. All right. Okay. So we're going to come back to that. Let's come to the front and then we'll just switch to the back leg. Okay. Yeah. All right. So again, we're starting the same way, both weights down, doing a side bend on one side, then the other. Okay. All right. If you're ready, we're adding the upper arm. Breathe and blow. Okay. Yeah. And this side feels a lot more awkward to me for some reason. You know, you'll probably find that one side you're more coordinated on than the other. I sure am. Okay. Couple more of these. Last set. Last set here, last side right here. Come back to center. Okay, let's start at the front now. All right, so on this one, I'm going to go out, bring the weights down, and start here. We're going to go out and then curl to the hips. Curl. Now I'm going to add in a reverse lunge with. So I'm taking it back, actually arms forward, then other side. So we're basically going in two. I'm bending the front end leg. Okay. So start in parallel, then take the one leg back here, come back. Okay. So other side. All right. So just turn, bring one leg behind you, then bring it forward. Turn, bring that one leg back. All right. We're going to do this 3 more times, 2 more times, and then I'm going to work on this side. So we're basically going into warrior pulses with the weights. And let's do 4 more of those. 3 more, 2, and then hold that pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center. Again, we're going to go side to side, 3 warriors, 2 more, back to the other side, and then hold it there. So again, we're going to go back into those warrior pulses. Woo! Really feeling the arms on this one. 3 more, 2 more. Hold that warrior pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll come out of that. Woo, okay, my arms are really fatigued on that one. Okay, but I'm going to still do a little more work on the legs now. So what I'm going to do is start with resting the weight on my legs. Okay, in fact, I'll have the handles outwards. So I'm going to rest the weight. Again, I'm right at the front of the chair. So most of my thighs are not supported by the chair. Okay. So I'm going to be working these thighs with this exercise. Okay. So take a deep breath. Now you can start off with this and notice how the weight falls down, goes down with the thigh. Okay. So you're kind of lifting and lowering. We're working our hip flexors with this one. Okay. Now I'm going to go into a kick and a lean back. So try not to let your leg fall. Let let your thighs support the weight there. Support the weight, keeping the knees side by side. Okay. Now I'm going to add on the opposite side, on the side where the foot stays on the floor. I'm going to lift. Okay, so I'm going to kind of leave the weight supported by the extending leg as I lift the other weight to shoulder height. All right, so we're going to do a countdown and then a rotation. So 3, 2, then hold it here. Okay, so I'm holding it here. I'm going to go palm up and then rotate that back behind me as far as it'll go with my natural range of motion, then bring it forward, and then we'll switch sides. So let's do 3 more of these, 2 more of these. Hold it here again. Take that palm up, rotate behind you, take a breath, bring it back in front, and then release. So again, we're doing 3 more of these. 2, hold, palm up and back, then down and forward, and release. Let's do it again one more time. 3, 2, hold, again, palm up and back, and then down and forward and release. Very good. Okay. So we're going to go into some rows now. So I'm going to press up and around. We're doing some rowing. Yeah. It's been a while since we've done some rowing. Maybe next week we'll do a whole class on the row. So we're coming up and down, row and lift and down. Okay. All right. One more time. All right, now I'm going the opposite way. So I'm lifting over. Now I'm going to lean back on this one and then go forward. Lean back. Let's add in a kick. One side and then the other. All right, so we'll keep going with that movement. Couple more. Last one right here. Okay, now I'm going to go into some speed bag. So hands are about shoulder height. Yeah, okay. All right. Now I'm going to fold forward over the legs, keeping my back straight, bringing the weights down in front of the shins, and then we'll come up. Bringing that to the chest level, pull the tummy in. We're going overhead. Keep your apple under your chin. Okay, good. And then we're coming back down. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go back up, come out of the chair, stand up, and then go overhead again. And then back down. Okay, back down nice and slowly. All right, let's reverse. So we're doing the reverse. We're going to do the same thing, going forward, fold, then back upright, and then overhead, and then back to chest level. Coming upright now. Good. And then up overhead and back down to the chest level. Reverse now. So I'm going to go to the front of my space. Okay. And then do a kickback with that speed bag in front. Count down and hold on one side. Here we go. 3, 2, hold it here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it again. 3, 2, hold it here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. Okay, so this time we're going knees up in front. Okay, and 3, 2, hold it here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch sides. 3, 2, hold it here or here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Okay. All right. My arms are feeling thoroughly worked out. So I think we're going to get rid of the weights and grab our band. And I did forget to bring my flex band again. So I'm working with my stretchy band. It's more of a scarf than a band, but it will work for what I have in mind. So let's just start with the uh, band long. Oh, Tony, like you can use a flex band. Yeah, exactly what you have there. Okay. So start with your arms extended out. Take your one hand up and around the head and back. Okay. And then the other hand around and forward. Okay. So just go one side, then the other. Yeah. You got it. Wow, you got good at this one. Yeah, definitely. I remember when you first started doing it, you were like wrapping it around your head. Okay. All right. So we're going to reverse now. So other directions, start in front again is always easier when you start in front. Yeah. So we'll go the other way. So we'll start with the other hand, bringing it up around, other side around. Yeah. You got it. All right. So we'll do a couple more of those. Last side right here. Last side. Very good. Okay. All right. So now let's do a little bit of bicep with the band. I know we've done a lot of arms, but I feel like I want to get a little bit more on my biceps instead of just triceps. So I've got the band wrapped under my thigh on one side. Yep. And then I'm just going to pick it up and then let it come down. So I would shorten your band a little more so your hands are just above the thighs when you start. Okay. And then just pull up again, kind of letting the thigh relax and just getting some bicep curls in there using the thigh weight. Yeah. And let's do 3 more of those, 2 more of those, and then just hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, so I'm just going to flip it under the other thigh. Okay, so again, I'm going to start with just holding. So I don't have too much length between my hands and my thigh. Okay, just about maybe 3, 4 inches. And then I'm just going to pull, bend the elbow to lift. Again, keeping that good posture. Yeah. Again, this is more of an arm workout than anything, at least for this part. Okay, a couple more. And then just hold it there. Allow the thigh to relax and hold it with those biceps for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now I'm going to take the band under both thighs. Okay. And I'm holding it palms forward, hands out at the side. Now just allow the hands to fall and then lift the hands into the resistance of the thighs. So inhale here, then exhale and just lift. Yeah, good. So we'll do a couple more of those. Okay. Now I'm going to add in a lift out of the chair. So I'm going to forward fold and lift, then come back down. Inhale to prepare, exhale to lift, inhale and exhale. So we'll do a couple more of those. All right, then come up to full stand, arms come up, good. And then just release down below the buttocks. That's it. Okay, so we're just lifting and lowering. All right, now I'm going to add in a squat, pulling up into the thighs again. Okay, so again, all right, let's do 3 more of these, 2 more of these, then hold the pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then coming upright. Okay, let's go back down to the chair. All right, so they're gonna do is one, I've been playing around with a little bit. I'm just gonna start with the band across my chest. Okay, so I'm gonna start off first by just rotating the one hand towards the opposite foot and then reaching towards that foot. Try to keep the band as long as you can. Then coming upright. Okay, so I got a little bit of slack there. I'm going to make the band just slightly shorter, but I'm going to try to keep the tension in the band. So I'm going to rotate and then reach for that opposite pinky toe. Take a deep breath and then come back up. All right, so that still band still seems a little bit long. I think I'm going to divide it in half. Okay, we'll try it this time. Okay, so we'll start off, yeah, with the half length band. Okay, now again, we'll just rotate and then try to reach that uh, pinky finger towards the pinky toe, then come up. Yeah, other side, pinky finger towards the pinky toe. Yeah, okay. One more time on each side. Okay, other side. All right. Now, this time I'm going to start in with the more of the arms and more of a W. So the band is across the chest. This time I'm going to take the elbow across to the opposite thigh. Take a deep breath there, then come back up, other side. So inhale here, exhale here. One more time, other side. And then back up. Okay, this time I'm going to go back to the full length. And this time I'm going to take the length, the whole thing behind the back and then in front. Okay, so we're just flipping it overhead, one in front and then in the back. Okay, in front now, we're starting with some slack. Then you're going to lift and lift your chest into the band. So you're pulling the band across the chest as the hands go behind the hips. Good. And then let it fall. Okay. So again, we'll lift it up and then chest into the band. Okay. This is a great stretch, just perfect as we're kind of winding down with a few stretches here. I think I'm going to go for about 3 or 4 more minutes. Okay. So we'll stretch here. Okay. Now we're going to flip it over again. This time I'm holding it kind of like a shawl, just like you have it. Tony is perfect. This time we're going to wrap ourselves with our shawl as you push the back into the band. So you're rounding that upper back. Okay. Then inhale, open the shawl. Okay. Exhale again, push that back into the band. Okay. And then inhale here. So we'll do that one more time on each side. Just bring one arm over the other, push your back into the band, then take it up. Other side. Okay, now we're going to combo those last 2 moves. So we're coming up, flip the band over in front, then lift your chest, bring the hands behind the hips, then release, bring it up, then shawl. Okay, Again, take it up and over again. And then again, going to lift the chest into the band. Hands go behind the hips. Good. Okay. Again, flip it over. This time, change the top arm and do your shawl. All right. And we'll hold it there. Okay. Side angle now. So I'm going to take the one leg to the side. And then I'm going to push down. The arm is in front of the thigh. The top arm, I'm just going to take behind the shoulder. Deep breath in, exhale that up. Good. And then come upright. Okay. So we'll take a little break as we transition to the other side. Lifting again, pushing into the band, and then take the one arm in front of the thigh. Okay. Then take that hand behind the shoulder. Then overhead again, and then back up. Very good. Okay. So we'll do a little bit of leg stretch first, and then we'll do some tricep stretches. So I'm going to take the band under the foot, across the ball of the toes. I'm going to flex and point. Okay. All right. Now flexing the ankle, I'm pushing the heel under the band, and then maybe even lift it off the floor, pulling the toes towards you, stretching down the back of the leg from heel to hip. Take a deep breath in. Good. Then you can plant your foot, but press down on this like you're pressing down on a gas pedal. And this add a little bit of upwards resistance by pulling the band a little bit. Okay. All right. Now we'll switch sides. So just slip your other leg in there, ball of the toes again. So again, I'm going to just press down on the gas pedal, then release, press the heel under. So press down with the ball of the toes, then under with the heel. Okay, couple more. Mm, Okay, now again, hold that there, pressing the heel under for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then gas pedal push again down nice and hard on that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then release. Okay, so let's do a tricep stretch now. So I'm going to double up my band, and then I'm going to toss it over my back, and then reach around and grab it from behind. Okay, so again, I'm just going to kind of go to my natural range, bringing the hands as close as they come. And then holding the band, gently pull down on the bottom hand, allow the top elbow to come up a little more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the top hand and then bring the band into your other hand. Okay, toss that over. Again, gather it again, and then drawing down on that bottom hand gently. Take a deep breath there. Good. All right. Then let go of that. Just put your band aside. Then we're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, give yourself a hug, rounding the back, pat on the back. Inhale, come up, other side. Give yourself another hug, pat on the back. Take one last deep breath in. Give yourself a hand. And that is it for today, Tony. Good workout. Good way to go. Way to hang in there.
Yes, I really liked today. It was I thought very nice. I wish
You
I
like
don't
the
know
flow?